What's going on, family? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Corey, and we are His and Hers. And we're just some small time, soon to be big time gardeners, growing food in the high desert of Southern California. So today, we harvested our potatoes for the first time. So um, we, and it came out about 50-50 on expectations, right? Based off of what I knew I had, I had did when I planted the potatoes in the original video versus what our outcome was. But the reason why we decided to go ahead and harvest our potatoes is, first of all, it's been 90 days. Most potatoes are ready around 90 days, but I wanted to push it to 120. However, the problem is that some of these potatoes started to die back, but not in the way that tells us that they're ready to be harvested. The leaves weren't looking too well. It looked like something was going wrong, and I wanted to get them up so that we can see what was happening. And, like, I'm always going to say it was me. I did something wrong in the first place. Because of that, because of the leaves were yellowing and they looked like they were being eaten by something, and almost like they were being burned. And I know it wasn't because of nitrogen. So we just decided to go ahead and just pull them out, right? Like, unlike these leaves that look nice and green and lush, right? The ones that we just harvested, none of the ones that we just harvested look like this. These look nice and healthy and lush. So we're gonna let these cook a little bit longer. All right, let these go maybe until the end of June. But we went ahead and harvested them because we felt like it was, they were telling us that it was time. So you guys just enjoy the video of watching us harvest these potatoes, and yeah, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. So I wanted to step in real quick and explain a couple of things to you as far as how the potato growth, how the potatoes went this year, and just so you guys understand what happened and why we believe things turned out the way that they did. First of all, let me start off by saying we were really happy and really pleased with the potatoes that we got. That's first and foremost. We got a lot of good looking potatoes, and we're excited for round two that we're about to start here coming up soon. All right, but just so you guys understand where I think I went wrong with planting these potatoes this year. So all of these bins, all of them that you see um, in today's video, all of them were filled with compost, 100% compost, not sifted, and some amendments, blood meal, bone meal, the rock dust, all that good stuff. We had all that stuff in the bed, right? But starting off, I had a hunch that things were not gonna go as I would have liked for them to go, because I felt like the compost was just way too compacted once it got wet, and it was gonna cause a problem with the potatoes actually growing and forming in the soil. And that's exactly what happened, in my opinion. That's what I think happened, was just the soil, this compost was not loose enough to allow for a lot of those tubers to expand. And the reason why I think that is because when we were pulling out these potatoes, there are a lot, I mean, a lot of baby spuds forming, and they just were underdeveloped. So I think, number one, the soil was too compact, the compost was too compact, and number two, there wasn't enough nutritional value in the compost alone, even with the blood and bone meal, to give us the size of the potatoes that we were looking for. Okay, so that's on me. That is 100% on me, and I honestly did that out of haste, because I was in a rush. I was impatient, and I just wanted to get the potatoes planted instead of doing what I knew to do, which was to sift it and to amend it properly. I just took a shortcut, and it cost us in the end, but I still feel like we got a pretty decent harvest. So that's number one. Number two, some of our seed potatoes just didn't make it. When we planted the first batch, and back in February, like a week or two later, we got hit with a sudden frost, and the potatoes actually died back a lot, almost to the ground. So they were starting all over again. So we got, in the first two bins, we basically got nothing out of that, because those were hit the hardest. The last two bins, they were pretty good. They were actually, the last bin was the most productive one. So we had some complications that were beyond our control, like the seed potatoes not like we dug up potatoes. You'll see in the video, we dug up seed potatoes that still had chits on them that didn't go beyond that stage. And I'm telling you this so that you guys will understand and have some context as to, to go along with what you guys are seeing, right? So it wasn't just like we planted all these potatoes, and this is what we got in the end. No, it's like we did plant all these potatoes, but part of the results of the potato growth was on me in terms of the medium that we used, and another part of that was actually the seed potatoes that we used as well. In about a minute or so, we're gonna lose video because we ran out of memory on the phone. So all in all, we end up harvesting for 6, 7, 8, maybe 10 bins of potatoes, and I gotta say that I'm happy with the results, and I'm looking forward to round 2, which we're gonna be starting here soon. We're gonna be throwing in another batch of potatoes to and trying to get a second harvest, and I think this time it's going to be a lot better because I am going to go through and do the right thing and sift the soil, add the necessary amendments. Oh, and another reason why I think that the spuds didn't form like we wanted them to was I did not fertilize except for maybe once or twice in that 90 days. So we appreciate you guys watching. But that's it. That's all I have for the potato harvest video. If you found some value, if you found this entertaining or enjoyable, please hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, the subscribe button if you haven't already, and we will see you guys in the next video. All right? Take care. Love y'all. Peace out.